Hi everybody. Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the swirling drama and unexpected twists awaiting us in Port Charles on Wednesday, July 9th. From Jason Morgan shedding light on long-buried secrets about Britt Westburn to the heart-wrenching mystery surrounding Daisy Gilmore's sudden disappearance, there's no shortage of intrigue. Add in fiery confrontations, hidden agendas, and emotional reckonings, and you've got an episode that promises to keep us on the edge of our seats. Let's unpack every juicy detail, explore the motivations behind each character's actions, and speculate on what might unfold in this captivating installment of General Hospital. First up, let's turn our attention to Eva Jerome, who finds herself at a crossroads as she confides in her close friend Nina Reeves. This intimate moment could unearth some shocking truths, particularly regarding Rick Lansing's web of deceit and his undeniable pull toward Elizabeth Baldwin. As Eva pours her heart out under the dim lights of her gallery, Nina might urge her to confront Rick directly or dig deeper into his motives. Could this conversation be the catalyst for Eva to reclaim her power, or will it drag her further into a tangled mess of lies and heartbreak? Meanwhile, Cody Bell strides into the gallery with a confident air, offering his unwavering support to Eva as they prepare for a high-profile art exhibit. Their shared moments amidst vibrant canvases and hushed whispers could ignite a spark, drawing them closer than ever. Cody's charm and attentiveness seem genuine, but fans know he's playing a dangerous game as part of Christina Corinthos Davis' elaborate scheme to manipulate Eva. Will his loyalty to Christina hold, or could his growing feelings for Eva throw a wrench into the plan? On the other side of town, Matt Scorpio is busy playing Cupid, determined to steer Cody toward Molly Lansing Davis in a surprising matchmaking endeavor. Under the golden glow of a summer evening at the park, Matt might orchestrate a casual bump in between the two, hoping to kindle a romance. But with Cody's attention fixated on Eva, Mac's efforts could backfire, creating tension or even suspicion about Cody's true intentions. Could Mac's well-meaning interference expose secrets that Cody would rather keep buried? Only time will tell if this matchmaking mission will lead to love or disaster. Elsewhere, Elizabeth Baldwin and Portia Robinson share a quiet moment to catch up over coffee at Kelly's, their laughter echoing through the cozy diner. But the warmth of their reunion is quickly interrupted by Rick Lansing, who saunters in with his signature charm turned up to 11. As he engages Elizabeth in playful banter, Portia can't help but notice the lingering glances and subtle flirtations. Is Rick genuinely hoping to rekindle an old flame, or is this just another calculated move in his endless game of manipulation? Portia might pull Elizabeth aside later, cautioning her about Rick's history of heartbreak. Will Elizabeth guard her heart, or will nostalgia and unresolved feelings cloud her judgment? The tension simmering beneath their polite smiles hints at a storm brewing on the horizon. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis is wrestling with her own demons as she opens up to her mother, Alexis Davis, in a heartfelt discussion at their family home. After surviving a harrowing near-death experience at a local pub, Christina is shaken to her core. Reflecting on a tragic car crash she narrowly escaped and the lives that could have been lost due to her reckless choices. Sitting on the plush sofa with a cup of tea trembling in her hands, Christina might confess to Alexis how deeply those moments have changed her perspective on life. Alexis, ever the supportive mother, beams with pride at her daughter's newfound maturity, offering words of wisdom to guide her forward. Yet, a shadow looms over their tender moment, Christina's risky plot to use Cody to seduce Eva. Will she decide to abandon this dangerous scheme, fearing the consequences of her actions, or will she double down, convinced it's the only way to protect her interests? The weight of her decision could alter the course of several lives in Port Charles. Across town at the Quartermaine Boathouse, emotions run high as Brooklyn Quartermaine unleashes her fury on Lulu Spencer in a confrontation that's been simmering for weeks. The air crackles with tension as Brooklyn, her eyes blazing with righteous anger, calls Lulu out for her hypocrisy with a sharp, "What a double standard you've set, you hypocrite." The sting of Lulu's earlier slap still burns on Brooklyn's cheek as she refuses to back down, dredging up Lulu's own hidden secrets and the pain they've caused. While Brooklyn expresses remorse for the hurt inflicted on Rocco Falconeri, she stands firm in her decision to expose Lulu's duplicity. Their exchange, set against the backdrop of the serene lake at dusk, could draw a crowd of onlookers or even family members who intervene to defuse the situation. Will this clash mark the end of their fragile truce, or could it pave the way for an unexpected reconciliation? The stakes couldn't be higher as both women grapple with their pride and past mistakes. In a quieter but equally intense moment, Rocco Falconeri seeks answers from Jason Morgan about the enigmatic Britt Westburn. Under the flickering streetlights of a Port Charles alley, Rocco corners Jason, his voice trembling with a mix of curiosity and desperation. Jason, known for his stoic demeanor, carefully weighs his words, offering Rocco snippets of truth about Britt's complicated legacy. Perhaps Jason reveals a previously unknown act of kindness Britt performed, painting her in a softer light, or he might hint at darker secrets that could shatter Rocco's perception of her. As the young man presses for more, Jason's protective instincts kick in. Will he shield Rocco from the harshest truths, or will he trust him to handle the full story? This exchange could be a turning point for Rocco, shaping his understanding of family and loyalty in ways he never anticipated. Over in a shadowy corner of town, Jens Sidwell broods over his next move, engaging in a tense conversation with Marco Rios about Natalia Ramirez's tragic fate. In a dimly lit warehouse, surrounded by crates and the faint hum of distant traffic, Sidwell seethes as he recounts how Natalia's closeness to Sonny Corinthos led to her downfall. Though Sonny was officially cleared of any involvement in her demise, Sidwell refuses to let the matter rest, stoking Marco's anger with calculated words. Could Sidwell be planning a sinister act of revenge against Sonny, leveraging Marco as a pawn in his deadly game? Their alliance, fueled by mutual resentment, might spell trouble for Sonny and anyone caught in the crossfire. As whispers of their plot spread through Port Charles' underbelly, the danger inches closer to erupting into all-out chaos. Finally, at the Quartermain mansion, panic grips Sasha Gilmore Corbin as she frantically searches for her daughter, Daisy Gilmore. The sprawling estate, usually a place of warmth and laughter, now feels like a labyrinth of dread as Sasha races from room to room, calling Daisy's name. When she breaks the news to Michael Corinthos, his face hardens with resolve, promising they'll leave no stone unturned until their little girl is safe. The couple might pore over security footage in the mansion's high-tech control room, desperate for any clue about who could have taken Daisy. But is this truly a kidnapping, or could it be a misunderstanding for a well-meaning relative took Daisy on an impromptu outing without informing them? Rumors of a mysterious figure lurking near this estate in recent days add a chilling layer to the mystery. Was Daisy targeted by someone with a vendetta against the Corinthos family, or is this a cruel prank meant to destabilize them? While spoilers for the week suggest Daisy's loved ones will soon shift focus to other dramas, the uncertainty surrounding her whereabouts keeps our hearts racing. Rest assured, we'll keep you updated on every twist and turn in this gripping storyline, as the search for Daisy promises revelations that could shake the Quartermain family to its core. Next, we will explore the explosive revelations and emotional turmoil rocking Port Charles as Rocco Falconeri uncovers a life-altering secret about his origins. The truth that Britt Westburn, not Lulu Spencer, gave birth to him has shattered his world, igniting confrontations, forging unexpected bonds, and paving the way for shocking returns. In this extended deep dive, we'll unravel every layer of this gripping storyline, from Rocco's feelings of betrayal to the surprising reappearance of Britt herself. With new details and creative twists woven into the narrative, let's journey through the heart of this family drama and see how it reshapes relationships in Port Charles. The bombshell has dropped, and Rocco Falconeri is reeling from the staggering news that Britt Westburn is the one who brought him into this world, not his biological mother, Lulu Spencer. Under the soft glow of twilight outside the Falconeri home, Rocco's mind races with questions as he prepares to confront Lulu. The hurt is palpable in his eyes, sees this hidden truth as a profound betrayal, a lie carefully constructed by both Lulu and his father, Dante Falconeri. When he finally faces Lulu in their cozy living room, surrounded by family photos that now seem like a facade, the air grows thick with tension. Rocco demands answers, his voice cracking with emotion, unable to fathom why such a fundamental part of his identity was kept from him. Could this confrontation fracture their bond irreparably, or will it open the door to a painful but necessary reckoning? Lulu, caught off guard by Rocco's knowledge, struggles to maintain her composure as she recounts the complicated circumstances surrounding his birth. In a quiet corner of the house, with the distant sound of Port Charles bustling outside, she explains the intricate web of events involving Britt. her voice trembling with a mix of regret and defensiveness. She admits to Rocco that she and Dante chose silence to protect him, emphasizing that he is their biological son regardless of who carried him. Yet, beneath her measured words, a simmering anger brews. Lulu suspects Brooklyn Quartermain played a pivotal role in revealing this secret to Rocco. As she watches her son's face twist with confusion and hurt, Lulu might wonder if her decision to shield him has cost her his trust. Will Rocco accept her reasoning, or will this explanation only deepen the rift between them? Rocco's struggle to process this revelation leaves him feeling isolated, even as he grapples with a sense of injustice. Wandering the scenic docks of Port Charles at sunrise, he reflects on why his parents deemed him too young or fragile to handle the truth, despite his growing maturity. The sting of their secrecy aligns him with his brother, Joe Palmieri, who empathizes with Rocco's sense of betrayal. Over a heartfelt chat at a local diner, surrounded by the clink of coffee cups and the murmur of early morning patrons, Joe offers a listening ear, reinforcing their sibling bond. Together, they might vent their frustrations about the adults in their lives. Joe even harbors resentment toward his own mother, Brooklyn, for stirring the pot and causing Rocco pain. Could this shared grievance draw the brothers closer, forming an unbreakable alliance against the secrets of their family, or will it breed further discord in their already fractured relationships? As Rocco distances himself from Lulu and Dante, his curiosity about Britt Westburn grows like wildfire. Late at night, hunched over his laptop in his dimly lit bedroom, he searches for any scrap of information about the woman who gave birth to him. Each article and old photo fuels his desire to understand her motives and her role in his existence. This longing might manifest in daydreams where he imagines meeting Britt, asking her the questions that keep him awake at night. Why did she do what she did? Did she ever think of him over the years? Rocco's inner turmoil could push him to confide in a trusted friend or even a teacher at school, someone outside the family drama, seeking advice on whether to pursue this mystery. Will his quest for answers lead him to embrace a part of his past his parents hoped to bury, or will it plunge him into even deeper emotional chaos? In a twist that no one saw coming, whispers begin to spread through Port Charles like a sudden storm. Britt Westburn is alive and has returned to town. The news hits Rocco like a tidal wave while he's grabbing a soda at Kelly's, overhearing hushed conversations among locals. His heart pounds with a mix of apprehension and excitement as he realizes he might finally get the chance to meet her face to face. Imagining their encounter, perhaps in a quiet park under the shade of ancient oaks, Rocco rehearses the countless questions he wants to ask. How did she feel carrying him? Why did she walk away? This unexpected development could be the key to unlocking the full story of his origins, but it also raises the stakes. Will Britt's return heal old wounds or reopen them with devastating force? When Rocco finally arranges to meet Britt, the moment is charged with raw emotion. They sit on a weathered bench overlooking the harbor, the salty breeze mingling with the weight of their shared history. Britt, her eyes soften with a mix of guilt and longing, offers a sincere apology for the choices she made all those years ago. She might share a poignant memory perhaps of holding him as a newborn, whispering promises she couldn't keep, revealing that she never stopped wondering about the boy he'd become. Rocco, moved by her vulnerability, feels a flicker of gratitude. Without Britt, he wouldn't exist. As seagulls cry overhead, he might ask if she ever imagined this day, reuniting with him. Could this fragile connection be the start of something meaningful, or is it merely a temporary bridge over a chasm of unresolved pain? As their conversation deepens, Rocco finds himself unexpectedly drawn to Britt. Over subsequent visits, perhaps to her quaint new apartment on the edge of town, decorated with mementos of a life filled with both triumph and regret, discovers a surprising ease in talking to her. Britt shares stories of her past, painting a picture of a complex woman shaped by difficult decisions, and Rocco begins to see her not just as a figure from his past, but as a confidant. During one rainy afternoon, as they sip hot chocolate by her window, Britt might recount how much joy he brought her in those fleeting moments after his birth. This burgeoning bond, though heartwarming, alarms Lulu and Dante, who watch from afar with growing concern. At a tense family dinner, they urge Rocco to keep his distance, warning him of Britt's tumultuous history. Will Rocco heed their advice, or will his newfound kinship with Britt become a lifeline he refuses to let go of? The dynamic between Rocco and Britt evolves into a friendship neither anticipated, yet both come to cherish. On a sunny day at the Port Charles Fair, amidst the laughter of carnival games and the scent of cotton candy, Rocco confides in Britt about his struggles with his parents' deception. Britt, in turn, offers gentle wisdom, encouraging him to seek understanding rather than resentment. This unexpected alliance might give Rocco a fresh perspective on family, showing him that love and connection can emerge from the most unlikely places. Yet, the undercurrent of disapproval from Lulu and Dante looms large. Their attempts to pull Rocco away from Britt drive him further into her orbit, creating a divide that threatens to tear the Falconeri family apart. Next, we will uncover the shadowy dealings and treacherous betrayals brewing in Port Charles as Congressman Drew Cain engages in a high-stakes game of deception against Curtis Ashford. With secret recordings, unexpected alliances, and cunning schemes threatening to unravel at every turn, the tension is thicker than ever. We'll dive into the intricate web of Curtis' desperate plan involving Jacinda, explore Kai Taylor's disloyalty to Trina Robinson and her family, and reveal how Drew might turn the tables with devastating precision. Packed with fresh details and inventive twists, this extended exploration into the latest General Hospital drama promises to keep you hooked from start to finish. Let's delve into the heart of this gripping storyline and see who emerges victorious in this battle of wits and wills. Kicking things off, the underhanded antics of Congressman Drew Cain take center stage as he potentially sets a sinister trap for Curtis Ashford. In the quiet, dimly lit backroom of a discreet Port Charles lounge, Drew might be plotting to covertly capture evidence of Curtis' illicit dealings. Whispers suggest he's considering the use of a hidden recording device, a move that could catch Curtis off guard during a pivotal moment. Imagine Drew, with a sly glint in his eye, adjusting a tiny microphone under his lapel before heading into a meeting, fully intent on documenting every incriminating word. This calculated strategy could hand Drew irrefutable proof of Curtis attempting to bribe Jacinda into spinning a fabricated tale of a scandalous night together. If successful, this audio goldmine might not only showcase Curtis' desperation but also reveal Jacinda's willingness to play along for the right price. Will Drew's risky maneuver pay off, or could an unexpected glitch expose his own duplicity to the very man he's targeting? Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford is playing a dangerous game of his own, banking on a meticulously crafted scheme to tarnish Drew's reputation. In a tense strategy session at his sleek office overlooking the Port Charles skyline, Curtis paces nervously, pinning his hopes on Jacinda to deliver a damning lead that Drew paid her for a passionate encounter and willingly indulged in illicit substances. This fabricated narrative is Curtis' trump card, a last-ditch effort to regain control in their bitter rivalry. To make this plan a reality, he's enlisted the resourceful Felicia Scorpio, who's been scouring the globe for Jacinda's whereabouts. The latest intel places her in a remote coastal town in Australia, where Felicia might be seen sipping coffee at a quaint cafe, piecing together clues under the blazing southern sun. If Felicia succeeds in tracking Jacinda down and convinces her to return, Curtis could finally orchestrate the pivotal confrontation he's been dreaming of. But with unseen forces working against him, will Curtis' carefully laid plans crumble before they even take shape? Adding fuel to the fire is Kai Taylor, whose loyalty or lack thereof has thrown a wrench into an already volatile situation. In a clandestine meeting at a shadowy park bench near the docks, Kai made the fateful decision to prioritize his allegiance to Drew over his bond with Trina Robinson and her family. Rather than protecting Trina's inner circle, Kai divulged sensitive information about Curtis' scheme with Jacinda directly to Drew, handing the congressman a golden opportunity to strike. Perhaps Kai, wrestling with guilt under the flickering streetlights, justified his betrayal as a means to secure his own future, unaware of the ripple effects his actions would cause. This breach of trust is almost certain to cost Kai his place on Trina's trusted team, as word of his disloyalty spreads like wildfire. When Trina uncovers the depth of his betrayal, possibly during a heated confrontation at her family's home surrounded by reminders of their once solid friendship, her fury could know no bounds. Will Kai's excuses fall on deaf ears, or can he salvage even a shred of Trina's goodwill before it's too late? As the pieces of this intricate puzzle fall into place, Drew finds himself armed with just enough intel from Kai to set a masterful trap for Curtis. Though not privy to every detail of Curtis' plan, Drew holds a critical fragment of knowledge enough to anticipate and outmaneuver his rival. Picture Drew in a high-tech surveillance van parked discreetly outside a meeting spot, headphones on, listening intently as Curtis unknowingly spills his intentions. With Kai's insider tip as his guide, Drew could orchestrate a scenario where Curtis is caught red-handed, perhaps negotiating the bribe with Jacinda in a rented hotel suite rigged with hidden microphones. If Felicia brings Jacinda back to Port Charles and the crucial encounter unfolds as Curtis hopes, Drew's covert tactics might yield a recording that exposes the entire scheme in vivid detail. Could this audio evidence become the weapon Drew needs to crush Curtis once and for all, or will a last-minute twist throw his plan into chaos? The stakes are even higher as spoilers for the week of July 7th to 11th hint at Drew gaining significant leverage over an adversary. In a sleek conference room at the heart of Port Charles' political hub, Drew might be seen smirking as he reviews the incriminating footage or audio he's secured, fully aware of the power it grants him over Curtis. This newfound advantage could intensify their already fierce feud, turning whispered rivalries into an all-out war waged in both boardrooms and back alleys. Perhaps Drew uses this leverage to force Curtis into a corner, demanding concessions or even threatening to leak the recording to the press during a crowded charity gala where both men are in attendance. With the upper hand firmly in his grasp, Drew seems poised to maintain control, orchestrating events from the shadows while Curtis scrambles to regain his footing. Will Drew's dominance in this clash prove unassailable, or does Curtis have an ace up his sleeve that could turn the tide at the 11th hour? Adding another layer of drama, Kai's betrayal reverberates through Trina's world, leaving her grappling with feelings of hurt and disillusionment. In the quiet of her art studio, surrounded by half-finished canvases that mirror her fractured emotions, Trina might confront Kai under the harsh glare of overhead lights. Her voice could tremble with anger as she questions whether Drew will always come first for him, her words cutting through the tension like a knife. Kai, perhaps fidgeting with a paintbrush in a futile attempt to distract from his guilt, might argue that his actions were meant to protect a larger cause, or even hint at undisclosed pressures from Drew that forced his hand. But Trina, her trust shattered, may not be in the mood for justifications, her disappointment evident as she turns away from a friendship she once held dear. Could this rift between Trina and Kai become permanent, or might a future revelation offer a path to reconciliation amidst the chaos of Port Charles' power plays? There you have it, General Hospital enthusiasts, a labyrinth of deception, betrayal, and strategic maneuvering as Drew Kane sets his sights on outsmarting Curtis Ashford with potentially damning evidence. Will Drew's covert recordings expose Curtis' desperate bribe of Jacinda, securing his dominance in their bitter rivalry? Can Curtis salvage his unraveling scheme before it's too late, or will Felicia's mission to retrieve Jacinda prove futile against Drew's cunning? And what of Kai's disloyalty? Will Trina ever forgive his choice to side with Drew over her family? The answers lie ahead in the dramatic twists of Port Charles, and we'll be here at ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel to bring you every update, insight, and prediction as this captivating storyline unfolds. Until next time, keep the intrigue alive and stay tuned for more.